What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I need you to know that I started this video this morning. Early this morning. It's no longer this morning. I had a 45-minute video ready to release. But thank you, Miss Faith Butterfly. Appreciate you. I mean that lovingly, sarcastically. Like, thank you for being Miss Helper and all, because you just extended the video. Appreciate you. But alas, I've told you already that I do that, you guys. You know, I'm always still making sure that I've put as much into that information as I can and as is relevant and all of that before I release a video. So any last minute information or anything that adds to that, you know, I'm happy to just do that, you know. And so what was a 45-minute video has now become something else. This is just the addendum now at the front that's being added last minute. The rest of the video, when we finish this, will start as my videos normally do. And in fact, before I even get to this, there's two pieces I want to bring you first. Because I mentioned in the very first video that I did about Stephon Clark that I was struck by his brother and had deep concern, really, that something was just off. But I need to present a couple pieces on this dude right now because I can't. There's something mental going on with this kid. Something else is at play, because this seems to be two things converging with regard to this dude. His name is Stephon. Two things seem to be converging for me. A, mental illness, and B, self-aggrandizement, that he's using this moment to as a moment for him to have his 15 minutes of fame, and he's in the limelight and all of it. So first thing I want to show you is I want to remind you of his display at the city council meeting that they went in and disrupted. We'll look at that first, because I think that this begins to illustrate the pathology with this kid. This was the city council meeting now.
Necessary to implement the policy. And it was very expensive.
Now, you know, they're marching and they're screaming Stephon Clark. Okay, that's fine. Okay, fine, I'm over it. All right. But I want you to be watching his behavior. And at this moment, actually, he has no sunglasses on even. Let's watch this now.
Stephon Clark! Stephon Clark! Stephon Clark! Stephon Clark! Stephon Clark! Stephon Clark!
See the savagery. Look, he's grinning. Holding the penis like some rapper. Look, louder. Okay, the Burberry matching. He's got on house shoes. But look at him. Just watch him. Look. The body language is everything. Always, with anybody or anything that you watch in everybody, you have to always notice the body language. So this is definitely your thug du jour. You know, Definitely. Like if you saw him just every day in the hood, I could give you his entire background. I've got the entire dossier. I've got it. But just continue to watch him. We'll just see. We won't watch this entire thing because we don't need it. But I just want you to just be observing him, because I got another piece that I'm going to show you after this that brings this home. All right.
Don't tell me nothing. NAACP, I ain't never been around it. No. Please. What are you doing? Thank you for respecting that, man. Do you want to take the microphone, sir? Yes. That one right over there. Come on. Go right there.
This is his 15 minutes of fame. You see? Just watch.
No. Okay. My city, y'all hear me? Can you turn? Sacramento, y'all love me? Yes. I said, do y'all love me? Yes.
See there? Sacramento, do y'all love me? I said, do y'all love me? Like he's fucking about to do a fucking, like he's opening for, like, you know, Kanye or 2 Chainz or somebody, you know, and he's on a world tour and all, you know. Do y'all love me? But continue watching now and listening.
Does the city love me? Yeah. I need y'all to say it louder.
See? Self-aggrandizement.
Okay. If y'all really love me. Okay.
Self-aggrandizement. Self-aggrandizement.
Hold on, sister. Hold on. I done wasted all my energy screaming at the man. Look, let me say this man named JT right here. JT, come here. Look, y'all. Look at, thank you. Listen, no, let him stay. Stop, y'all. Stop, please. My brother just got shot so many times. If everybody don't shut the fuck up, please. Excuse me, Devon.
He's almost holding back a smile. My brother's... I can't with this dude. It's gonna get worse when I show you the other piece.
Stephon, the mayor and the city of Sacramento has felt all of you. You hear me? Rent is too high. Hold on, stop. Hold on. Wait. The gangbanging has to stop. The poverty is uncontrollable. Calvary Christian Center looks like a castle, but look where it's in Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? If you live in the Heights, your car insurance is higher than anybody's in Sacramento. Trust me, I got AAA, baby. I know.
I got AAA, baby. I know. So there's a little sweetness going on, just a skosh. And then, while those things that he's saying right there are valid, but this ain't about the death of your brother. I need you to close your eyes now and be silent in your soul and ask yourself honestly. Your family member's just been killed by these satanic devils. What is your decorum when you're in that room? What do you think your demeanor would be? And then by extension, what would your speech be now? What would you be saying? Think about that. As you be in that place. As you be in that place. Let's keep going. We're almost done.
You hear me? Now, hold on, sister. It's not about that. Listen to me. I need y'all to hear me, okay? I need y'all to hear me. The cops want to kill me because I know they're probably sick of this shit right now. I'm sorry, I can't cuss. They're sick of this stuff right now. But JT, this man right here, I found him, all right? Because the media, they just want to come and exploit our pain and leave. They got to make sure to fight back to New York. Hold on, sister. But JT right here, this guy up there, we don't even know his name. Kevin Johnson just wanted an arena. He's actually for you. He wants to build 24-hour resource centers so that when mama or grandma kick you out, you got somewhere to go. You be like, okay, I'm going to Zoe house. I'm going to Stephon house. You ain't got to be out here sleep cold. When I went to Ohio, they got it together on that part. They might not have it together on the media side, you know, all these cameras, these flashing lights. Look at the window, y'all. Look at the window. Camera, media, get the window. Media, get the window before I kick you all out of here. Get the window. Get the window, I said. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, Stephon.
Hey, shut up. You don't want to sit here.
Stephon.
Y'all hear me? He's the mayor.
Enough.
Do y'all got my back? Now, the mayor wants to talk to me. The chief of police got my brother killed. He doesn't care. He shows no emotion at all. And y'all get mad at him for not crying on the news.
Stephon.
Yeah, thank you. Tell him to shut the fuck up, please. Tell him we don't hear him talking. He's not the mayor no more. If you guys don't vote for Dre T, I'm leaving SAC. I'm not fucking with you niggas. On God, bruh. On God, bruh. Y'all need to start his campaign right now, my nigga.
On God, bruh, my nigga. On God, bruh, my nigga. Come on, you. Come on, dude. Like, are you? I mean, who else is having an aneurysm right now as they're watching this? Who else is going through this? Oh my God, this ain't gonna be 45 minutes. I promise you that.
Political parties.
Let us allow everyone to be heard, please. Let us allow everyone to be heard, please.
I'm out, all right?
Let us allow everyone to be heard, please.
Okay.
Let us allow everyone to be heard.
All right, look, y'all. If don't nobody love you, I love all you motherfuckers.
Self-aggrandizement. Self-aggrandizement. He even had to stand up on something else now. This is sad. This is sad.
I love you just for being black. Because if you ain't black, you're white. You hear me? If you're not black, you're white. Because all my people are sons of slaves.
Members,
We're slaves. We're not immigrants. We're none of that. We're sons of fucking slaves. And these are descendants.
we are going to recess the council meeting and resume in 15 minutes. Thank you.
They're leaving to New York on Thursday. I gotta go.
You see, and there should have been some adult African male with half of a fucking brain to snatch his ass back and say, this ain't how you do this, little bruh. You're making a mockery of yourself. You're making a mockery of your brother. And you're not maximizing an opportunity in this moment. You need to sit your ass down and wait. But now I want to show you this other piece now. Dancing and shit. I can't. I can't. And that's what will lead us into this, because this further illustrates the mental illness. Where's the fucking adults at, everybody? Related to him or not, where's some brother to just get to and snatch his ass back? He's up on CNN and all of it. And y'all know we're not in love with Donna Lemon. We're not in love with her. We're not. This is not about Donna Lemon, so don't type me shit about fucking Donna Lemon. Don't do it. Let's stay on what is the issue in this damn video. Now, Donna is trying to interview this fool. So, as I've said to you many times before, when any of us is on national media or anybody puts a camera and a microphone in your face, you're supposed to say something to your people. We use that for our gain. That's way too sophisticated for this little jerk. Way too sophisticated. Now, watch how he handles this entire event, and it's further evidence of his mental illness, his arrogance, and his 15 minutes of fame. Watch and listen now.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's tough, but we appreciate you joining us on this day. Today, I know it's even tougher because there was a wake held for your brother, Stephon. First, let me
just random. He looks like Nas right there. All right, it's random. It's random. It's random.
Express again my sympathy here. How's your family holding up? How are you holding up?
All Don Lemon did was ask him, you know, it's a gratuity. It's appropriate. You know, how are you holding up? How's your family doing? That's a question that asks itself. Nothing wrong with that. And he has some little fucking Toys R Us bell that he rings. And then the look on his face.
What does that mean?
Next question.
It means next question. Oh my God. Oh, dear God, give me the strength, please. Let's go on.
Okay. Obviously, you are in grief right now. And listen,
I'm not in grief.
All right.
We haven't slept. We haven't ate. The media keeps following us everywhere we go. The only person that got the message, and that was just before we came on the air, was the mayor. He has called me and he said he's going to help us build the library and the recreational center. That's 24 hours.
Fake as shit. Was he trying to choke up there, everybody? Was that a moment of choking up? Well, maybe I should see it again, Jedi, because yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I thought that was a failed attempt at choking up. The mayor said a recreational, by the way, recreational center.
Was built the library and the recreational center. That's 24 hours.
And clutching the chest like he's clutching the pearls. Oh my God! Oh my God!
I am.
Did you see that little? Let me shut up and just let you watch. Watch, damn it, watch.
The only person that got the message, and that was just before we came on the air, was the mayor. He has called me and he said he's going to help us build the library and the recreational center. That's 24 hours. I am.
So okay. The mayor said he's going to help you build a library.
What was that snarl growl, everybody? What was that?
Library?
And a 24-hour recreational center for the kids.
Yeah.
For everybody. We love everybody. He's going to help me. He's going to be a part of it. You know what I mean? He's going to walk out. You know what? I'm not even going to address anymore. You know, just know that I'm going to be real connected. We're going to build.
And for my ladies, is this eyeshadow? Is something happening? What is something happening? Oh my God.
You build a library?
And a 24-hour recreational center for the kids.
Recreational.
Yeah. For everybody. We love everybody. He's going to help me. He's going to be a part of it. You know what I mean? He's going to walk out. You know what? I'm not even going to address anymore. You know, just know that I'm going to be real connected. We're going to work with each other. We're going to work with each other. I love my city. I'm sex strong. I did all this for my city. We are the example.
I'm sex strong? Let's hear it again, because again, maybe the Jedi is imagining things, you know.
We're going to work with each other. We're going to work with each other. I love my city. I'm sex strong. I did all this for my city. We are the example of how to do it right. What the media does.
I did all of this for my city. Your brother's been dead for 5 minutes. I did all of this for my city. Was he fucking Malcolm X now? What's going on? Oh my God. Damn it.
They wait till a loved one dies. They find out it's a tragedy. They swarm that person. They put them in grief. They ruin their lives forever. Their lives are never the same. Don Lemon, let me talk to my people, okay? Yeah. You black, I'm black. Let's be black now. Don't you do that, down, Don Lemon.
Well, I just want to tell you that. I just want to tell you that the media.
Hold on. I'm not blaming the media. Okay. I'm not blaming, but the way you guys treat us.
We gotta go back.
Guys, I told.
We gotta go back.
Strong. I did all this for my city. We are the example of how to do it right. What the media does, they wait till a loved one dies. They find out it's a tragedy. They swarm that person. They put them in grief. They ruin their lives forever.
Look at that.
Their lives are never the same. Don Lemon, let me talk to my people, okay? Yeah. You black, I'm black. Let's be black now. Don't you do that, down, Don Lemon.
Well, I just want to tell you that. I just want to tell you that the media.
Hold on. I'm not blaming the media. Okay. I'm not blaming, but the way you guys treat us. You guys, I told you I stopped calling them out. We have, how many phones do we have in the family?
Can you let me get a word
7,
in, please? Because listen, I have to manage
8.
the time here so that we can get something out of this interview, because a lot of people are watching, and you're through the media, whether you like it or not, your brother's story will be told. The media is giving you a platform.
Love Stephon. I am. Yeah. Don Lemon, say his name.
So tell me about your brother, please.
Don Lemon, say his name.
Stephon, listen,
to
you're
this.
in grief. I'm sorry for that.
He's not going to say
know
his
how
name.
it is.
We'll never do CNN. You messed up on our name. You sent our driver late.
Well, and
that's messed up.
I thank you so much for joining us. And
you messed up on our name and you sent our driver late, says this twit. Oh my God, dude. Let's hear that again, everybody. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this dude because I can't get through it. I can't without medication.
Giving you a
we
platform.
Love Stephon. I am. Yeah. Don Lemon, say his name.
So tell me about your brother, please.
Don Lemon, say his name.
Stephon, listen, you're in grief. I'm sorry for that.
He's not going to say his name. I know how it is. We'll never do CNN. You messed up on our name. You sent our driver late.
Well, and
that's messed up.
I thank you so much for joining us.
You sent our driver late.
And my heart goes out for you. Thank you.
The funds necessary to implement the policy.
Oh my God, I can't, dude. I can't. There's something seriously off with this dude. And as I said in the very first video that I ever did about covering this, I pointed out once again that we ain't see no father nowhere. Because y'all know that's always a point of contention with me when any of these incidents ever happen. It's always our women that are stepping to the mic with all the grief and all of it. It's never no techie ass dude that's standing up there to say a damn thing. This dude is off, I'm telling you. And he's making any opportunity that this could be used for to have some sort of a gain, he's ruining that right out the gate. Ruining it. Ruining it, damn it, ruining it. Oh my God, I can't. And unfortunately, as is standard in our ghetto centers, I will call them, you know, he doesn't have anybody to guide him. Nobody. You know, and I can almost hear off in the distance, in the background of his life, with this whole situation, you got ignorant ass black people. Yeah, go ahead, Stephon. Go ahead, man. Weed smoked out 40-ounce drinking ass niggas and women. No intellectual gravitas, no couth, no discipline, no more. I mean, it's just down the list you could go, dude. This is so sad. But the last thing I want to say about it is this is what we're producing. Nowhere in American history or television would you see an Arab kid up there acting like that. You wouldn't see a Jewish kid up there with that, an Indian kid with that bullshit. You definitely wouldn't see no Muslim up there with that bullshit. This is only being produced by African fucking ghetto ass people in this bitch. He's the product of that. And it's one cycle after the next. And Stephon's kids will be that same thing. Because it goes back to the pathology I always tell you all the time about y'all are having kids way too fucking young. And you're not treating that as a bad thing. I've said many times, unfortunately, the worst thing you can be in the fucking black community is gay. Not some fucking young smoked out little kid with fucking kids and marriage out of wedlock and babies out of wedlock and all the bullshit. We're not requiring anything of our young boys. We're not grooming them to be men. As soon as they get some hair on their fucking penis, that's supposed to make you a man, and no, the fuck it don't. We're not producing warriors and kings that are worthy of a wife or a woman. You see, that's supposed to be the prize in your life. Y'all putting the cart before the horse, as my grandmama used to say. You putting the cart before the damn horse. I've said, I'm going to say this, I'm going to be over it. But I've told you a million times, as Muslims, we groom our men to be complete men. That's what God has ordained. You don't get a woman until you've gotten all your shit together. You got to be 100% provider. Now you're ready to extend your hand out and seek a wife. A wife, not some baby mama, not some fucking girlfriend, a wife, bitches. Wife. Wife only. My nephew's 16 years old. You guys have seen my nephew, the Prince. He's 16 years old. His trajectory of life is going to be vastly different than yours. Certainly this fuck that we just witnessed. My nephew will not know the scent of a woman until he has married a woman. All of these things play into this whole event. But this kid makes me sick. I don't have no respect or sympathy for him at all. I just don't. Unless there is, as I say, some mental illness. But I think even if there's some mental illness, I am a firm believer that God puts right and wrong in the heart of every soul, so that it will be your beacon through life. That no matter what happens to you, you will know right from wrong. You just fucking will. Period. I'm over it. I'm over it. Damn it, I'm over it. Anyway, let's go to this other part. Or back. Let's get away from this. I'm over it. Now, this is the part that brings us all here right now. This is the part that provoked the original video that we are going to get into after this. And why, and I'll be laying out in that video my frustration, my anger, why I'm sick and tired of, why our people once again have missed the boat, and all that other stuff. Alright? But this apparently is what started the brouhaha. His Asian girlfriend apparently hated black women. It's not a new novel idea. You know, whether they admit it or not, we have a vast number of women of other cultures that are jealous of black women. Which is so ironic, because African women are always trying to be something other than them damn selves. With all the streaked hair and the Kool-Aid colors, excuse me, and the butt implants and all the shit, instead of just being your natural, beautiful black self. I tell you, I cannot stand a woman with special effects. I don't like it. I don't like it. That shit sends me straight into the stratosphere. And I will share something else with you, ironically, or just incidentally, because I was watching something last night, I think it was. It was some Korean boys or teenagers, and their video was about what do Koreans think about black people. And they were speaking primarily in their language, but they had the English translation and some other translation underneath it. But I was really struck by it. I hate to use that word because I use it so much, but it struck me. And indeed, I was actually pleasantly surprised because they were expressing, one of the things that really stood out for me is they said that they refer to black people as brother and sister, but they were saying not because we say it, African people, not because we say it, because in their culture, anyone that they feel a kinship to or a closeness to, they call brother and sister. I loved that. I loved it. So it was like an honor, really. And you could tell the reverence that they had for African people, I was really impressed. And they were talking about how we're so impressive, and that we must be the superior race because we're superior to everybody. Certainly physically we're superior. I mean, they were really complimentary, But the brother sister thing I could really relate to because as Muslims, y'all know, as Africans we say my brother, my sister. As Muslims we say brother and sister. In the Spanish language, to more closely align it with what the Koreans were saying, in Spanish culture, there's a slang in Spanish called carnal. Carnal is a term for someone who is like that, who's not blood related to you, may not even be your same culture or whatever, but that they are like la familia to you. You know what I mean? Carnal. You hear it with a lot of gang members too. Hey, carnal. And you can conjugate it, if it's just like a little boy, carnito, little girl, carnita, whatever, carnala for a girl, so forth. But I was really, really impressed and touched by, and you could tell it was very honest. Like it was really honest. They weren't trying to patronize us or impress. It was genuine. It was very genuine. Anyway, so this heifer, and of course she's gonna hate sisters if she likes black men, because any heifer trying to come in and date a black man, let's forget the dynamic of our brothers hunting out and trying to find these damn heifers that aren't African. Throw that off the table for a minute. I'm saying most these females you see that aren't black coming in trying to date a black dude, they automatically cannot stand the sisters because they're the threat, because they know what that brother doesn't know, and that is that they should only have their eyes focused on their own. And the same thing for our sisters. We should have these Serena Williams amongst us. Like, how you gonna leave the buffet and go to like the soup kitchen or something? It makes no sense. Stephon Clark, the unarmed brother who was murdered by white devils while allegedly breaking into cars in Sacramento, was apparently a misogynist, self-hating man whose Asian girlfriend shared his hatred for black women. Well, she was only able to get away with it because of his actions, you see. Because if he had got a pack of sisters to smash her in her mouth once she ever said anything bad against his culture, you see. But that's not what I'm here to adjudicate. I'm just going over this so that we know why y'all are all such up in arms and why so many black people got their ass up on their shoulder about all of this right now. Meet Filipino women of the... Okay, I guess that's something else. Black women, quote, black women here is what Stephon... Oh, black women, here's what Stephon Clark thought about you. Stop marching, protesting for this fool that did not care about you. He was not he would not have done the same for you. You see, this is so upsetting to me because it just, I can't believe some of the shit that my people do. I just can't. Him or you. You know, it kills me, man. Anyways, I'm gonna get into that. Okay, I don't want nothing black but a Xbox. Dark bitches bring dark days. Well, we seen your mama and your grandmama and your auntie, brother. I don't want nothing but Xbox. Black bitches. I don't want nothing but. Okay, here's a tweet Stephon's Asian baby mama posted and laughed at regarding black babies, and another tweet she wrote about black women. The user tweeted on Thursday, quote, "She also loves using the N-word." Notice that Stephon Clark co-signed the tweet about black babies. His Twitter was whatever it is. Alright. The user posted tweets allegedly written by Selena Manny, Clark's girlfriend, which reads, quote, "This nigga said I don't want no black baby. I'm already black. I don't need no black baby." A user from the Twitter handle whatever replied, quote, "On God," alongside a 100 emoji. When we just heard his brother use that, "On God," you know, when he was in the fucking council meeting. User somebody also noted that neither Clark nor Manny expressed support for Black Lives Matter on Twitter.com. It's just, shut up, Jedi, just get through this. Okay, I don't want nothing. We already read that. Black women here is, okay, we already saw that. Okay, that, and I'm over it. This nigga said, okay, well, I don't fuck with black bitches cause they too mean. Only do the white bitches cause they get cheese. Wow. Niggas love playing games with you, but be hurt when you fuck around and run into a real one. Neither Stephon nor his racist Asian baby mama, both active Twitter users, ever mentioned or tweeted in support of Black Lives Matter. Nothing regarding Philando, Trayvon, Sandra, Charleston 9. And what, they just go back to his entire fucking Twitter? You know, this sounds very White Devil, you feel me? When they murder one of us and they go back to find some shit from when you were 3 or 5 years old and try and bring that forth. But I'm gonna lecture about that. Trust me, I got a hot one for your ass coming up after this. I'm just putting this at the front. But yet we're supposed to care about him. So let's recap. Stephon has a racist baby mama whose racism he co-signed, had a string of anti-black women tweets, and didn't even care enough to show support for Black Lives Matter. But now that it happened to him, we're supposed to care. Nah. And also, this is also very suspicious because my thing is with the big I'd like to know who, if anybody, after any of those people that they just named, Philando, Mike Brown, Trayvon, anybody we want to think about. I wonder how many people then immediately went to their Twitter or whatever. Who goes to somebody's social media once they died if they're not related to you? You know what I mean? Like, I haven't heard anything about anybody else's social media. Why am I hearing it about this dude? Why? That is suspect to me. And then the depth of it, they're going back to those cases. Like, we didn't find nothing from him. Well, those were, my God, this is 2018. That was 2014. On some of them. So this is suspect. So we have to also be careful to vet the source, everybody. You know, and perhaps because of the egregiousness of the crime and because we have the video and all that now, it would be very much indicative of this white devil to put something like this out. just to divert your damn attention away from what's really important, which they obviously have successfully done. Because like I tell you, with African people, all you gotta do is wave something shiny in front of your bitch ass face. It's like on Caesar Milan when he does the dog whisperer. When they're doing anything, barking or something, whatever, he just goes up and kicks them in their hind parts and goes, because he talks about how dogs are only in the moment, and so they literally forget what they were doing. Once he does that, they don't remember what they were doing. They just start doing something else until something else provokes them to do that again, or that same thing comes over them. And that's my people. You know? I can't, dude. You know? You just take it and run with it. The first thing that I ever heard about this was probably the same day that I released the video. It might have been the next day, I don't remember. And somebody sent something, but they had said, but I saw a Facebook post, and I was trying to be tough love sarcastic in a way and challenging when I said, well, oh, that's great, you know, maybe you could go and whatever if you found any evidence on this. I can't remember what my words were, but basically what I was trying to communicate was, this is a fucking Facebook post. If you don't have something other than that, then basically why are you bringing that to me? You know, because something on Facebook or Twitter or some shit like that is not the fucking law of Moses. And alas, this is still Twitter and snapshots and stuff. This stuff can all be manufactured just to get you talking about it and have you hating on this brother, which they've already successfully done. It's the oldest trick, one of the oldest tricks from this White Devil's playbook. It's just like I said to you, once Farrakhan began to really get fire, and certainly once he had the Million Man March, that was it. Now all of a sudden we started hearing that he was responsible for the death of Malcolm X, because they already knew that Malcolm X was already having sort of a renaissance, because you already had the Malcolm X movie put out by Spike Lee, and more young people, and all African people, quite frankly, were beginning to focus on, wait a minute now, it ain't about Martin, it's about Malcolm. Forget that Martin bullshit. You see? And then we were wearing you know, everybody was Malcolm X. I even had a pair of Malcolm X glasses. If I can ever dig out a picture of me with those on, I will definitely share that with you. Trust and believe. You know, everybody had their Malcolm X medallions and all this stuff, you know. So, wait a minute. We can kill two birds. So, let's tamp that down, because at that time, then now, Farrakhan was who's always been popular in the African community, and but if they had any doubt about his popularity and his sway with African people, the Million Man March said it. And then suddenly they roll out all of this charge about him possibly being involved with the death of Malcolm, because now they saw you fall in love with Malcolm. Let's say that's the guy that fucking killed him, and then we can neutralize him with his people. You are the ones that give power to most of the shit that these fucking white devils bring to our fucking doorstep, black people, and you gotta stop it. You are the ones. I don't care who's knocking on your damn door. It could be death. It could be the Howdy Doody. It could be the FedEx dude. It could be any fucking thing at your goddamn door. If you don't open that bitch, ain't nobody coming in. But you open the door every damn time, and you're doing it here. Even if this isn't manufactured by the White Devil, just the fact that you're allowing yourself to have this sort of vitriol and feelings about a brother who's been murdered by our common enemy makes you a fucking problem. Understand that. Are we done with this? And in the comments, let me just see what the fuck people... We'll just read 2 or 3. We're not reading more than 3, because I'm worked up. Oh, what does this say? Racist nerves fired. Oh yeah, somebody sent me something on that too. Some bitch was saying he deserved it because he was running through the neighborhood or whatever. Fuck her. I'm over it. You know, anytime you can get anybody to get you to turn around and immediately start hating on somebody who is dead, that's one of ours. You are the one with the problem. You want to talk shit about this dude when he's alive if you've been tweeting stuff like this? Okay, fine. We would tap that ass. You see? I recently did the video about Tay Diggs. You know? And it's some other stuff. I can't remember what I've done now. But anyway. But this brother is dead. Slaughtered. By 2 white devils. In the night. And this is all it is needed for you to turn around and turn on your brother? That's not a people I want to be a part of or represent in any fucking way. Do you understand me? Like you're so damn self-righteous and shit. You need to check your own ass. I don't know if I can get through any comments. I can't. I'm over it. God damn it, I'm over it. I'm not reading a fucking thing. Alright. The video is going into... Another shout out to Butterfly. I can't remember your name now. Anyways, let's get into the main video that was the original thing that I was intending to bring you. Alright. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. So, I've been very, very surprised and disgusted by something that I see developing. All of a sudden, I'm seeing people trying to turn this to who this dude was dating. There are some statements that he said disparaging things or whatever about not desiring a black woman and whatever. I'm disgusted by you because you are just like your fucking slave master. And why wouldn't you be? It's like I tell you, 86% of you cling to that fucking Christian vomit. Since 2014, I've been preaching some bullshit. Not a single one of you has gone and done your own independent fucking studies and come back and said, Jedi, you've been talking about this forever. I finally did my own study and you're absolutely right and this is what I've decided, whatever, whatever, whatever. Not one has said, Jedi, you know, could I please get together with you, you know, on a Skype or even a phone conversation if you don't mind, and you know, I'd like to, you know more about this, or could we discuss this further, or you know, something like this, you know, because when I do a fucking video, I only have so much time that I'm trying to dedicate to that, because of you, because of you. I'm happy to sit down and do a 24-hour fucking video and take 10 days to upload that bitch if it's going to reach my people. That's who I am. Could I get together with you? You know, I'm this, whatever. You don't get to dissect and pick through the shit that I proclaim and put out, everybody. You take the entire buffet or you get your bitch ass out the building. Because how am I valid or right on one thing, but I'm not right on something else? And if you have doubt, then you can question me. I can back up anything that I'm proclaiming. Anything. I'm careful with my audience because I know what I'm dealing with. sensational ass people that are willing to take anything and just run with it. So I have to be very careful, very, very careful and thoughtful about what I utter and what I present. Period. And that's why I go to such great length to go out of my way to give you metaphors and parables and say something 6 different ways and put it in language and situations you could understand. Maybe because maybe one way I said it might be too hierarchy and too intellectual. Let me make sure I reach the lower class. Let me make sure I reach the riddle. Make sure I reach the top. Ha ha ha. You feel me? Not one person has stepped forward and said, Jedi, I want to learn more about this, or, you know, something. Or I don't want to put words in your mouth. Whatever comes out of your heart, that's what I would want you to express. But you can jump on this bullshit. And what makes it an as if moment for me is that you're acting as if you're out being activists, that we've come together, that we've been working together, that we're all unified now as a people, and we've been working towards the goodness of our people. Everybody's been sacrificing, people have been martyring themselves, people have been going to jail, they've been dying, they've been killing, they've been losing jobs, they've been doing it all. And then you want to come and report, Jedi, look, this one in Sector 4, turns out he was with a white bitch and didn't care anything about our sisters. Maybe, just maybe, seriously underline and highlight maybe you have something to stand on. But you don't have a fucking thing to stand on. Because you're just as flawed as him. And if you weren't, I wouldn't be on fucking YouTube since 2014 trying to preach and reach my fucking people. I'm more outraged at the fact that I had amassed over 18,000 subscribers and over 4 million views on a fucking channel that I couldn't get 10 people to step forward and join a fucking organization called the Black Independence Liberation League. So don't tell me shit. And you act as if he's the only one that's ever said anything disparaging. But this is what made me sick. How dare you do this to this brother in death? How dare you? But it also makes me sick because it signals to me that I've been wasting my fucking time on this damn platform for the last 4 years. That anybody would type that shit that's been exposed to me. Because you've not taken time to stop and think. You are just a fucking reactive ass people that can't get it together. Have you not learned anything from me? Have you learned nothing from me? And I'm slaving the last weeks trying to do a fucking South Africa video for people who can't understand what their own goddamn hand in front of their face in this bitch? I don't think so. How dare you? You're doing the same thing the White Devil does. After they shoot us down the street, they go and I even said it in the damn video. As I've said a million times, they're going to find out what you've done since you were 3 years old and bring that up and go, look, there's why he should have died. Your black asses have done the same thing. Look, Jedi, he had a black girl. He didn't have a... And by the way, she's an Asian bitch, first of all. That's first. There she is. You know, cute kids, fine, whatever, I'm over it. Especially this one right here in the corner. Oh my god, I can't even look at him, he's too cute. But it doesn't matter. Because what also makes me sick is that, once again, as usual, my people's priorities are always in the wrong damn place and paying attention to the wrong shit. So we're not outraged over the fact that he's a 22-year-old who has 2 damn children out of wedlock. We're not concerned about that. We're not concerned. He's the very type of person that I'm trying to wake up. Do you understand? And everything else would come with that. Loyalty to your people and your people first and all these things. You're no different than him. No different. So of course he's going to be making those decisions. Of course he's going to be having children out of wedlock. Of course he's going to be having children young when he can't fucking support them. Of course he's going to have white or a non-sister at his side, and down the list you can go. Of course. Of course. This is standard stuff. But we ignore what's important. No difference in him and the Tay Diggses of the world and all of it. Tiger Woods and all. We understand, and your coon class, any of them that we've ever talked about, and even ones that we haven't and don't know about. We can dispatch those people from our damn culture. But that's not what this video was about. Indeed, that's not what this incident is about. It's not even about him. And the Tay Diggses and Tiger Woods of the world, they're all famous and whatever. This dude was not famous. He was just some nondescript dude that nobody knew. But the big difference is that he is dead, and this is the reaction from my people. This is the reaction. Meanwhile, I've preached that black women could change the game. Why are you so worked up over this? But you're not this worked up over and getting rid of and having nothing to do with these motherfuckers that you are allowing to be the bitch class amongst us. Because you won't get on your damn throne and stay there. You got to be out flaunting and wearing some shit that's revealing and chasing men and all the shit that you do and dealing with dudes that can't offer you a damn thing. You've been told that you're supposed to be completely 100% independent. You don't need no man and all of this. When I've said to you that you need to go and talk to some Orthodox Muslim women who will help you to understand that you can be independent, but you can still have a man that provides every fucking thing for you because that's what God decreed. Period. You see, in the Muslim marriage, the woman can work by choice, not because she has to. She can work because she wants to. And then I, the Muslim man, am not entitled to a single dime of her fucking income. What's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. But you put up with these trifling ass dudes all the time. You've allowed the sagging. You've allowed the feminization of our men because they can dress like bitches and still get a female. They just come sashaying up to you with some shit, some hairstyles that you clearly can't recognize are clearly from fucking bitch class. Everybody's wearing pink now and tight clothes and all the shit. That's okay with you. That's okay. Because you're more interested in a penis than getting up on your damn throne and staying there and setting the standard for our men and indeed by default our entire culture. You've got the control in your hand and you won't use it. You won't. You haven't. You don't. You could change all this bullshit by simply getting on your throne. Why do you care about any of these motherfuckers that steps outside of our race? And that just means that's one that you can identify. You don't have to play no games and wonder, are they, you know, on the down low with they jumping out of the culture bullshit. How many people are rushing to date Ben Carson? I'd like to see numbers on that. I'd like to see that. Huh? No, because you know that he's not one of us, even though he has a black woman at his side. But we've all decreed he's not one of us, so we discard him. We're over it. But this is not the greatest crime against our people, do you understand? It's just not. I'm concerned about motherfuckers who have listened to me for nearly 4 years who can't step up and say, Jedi, I'm with you. I'm ready to join the Black Independence Liberation League. We should have already had this organization off the ground, especially when I had that fucking channel that had over 18 fucking thousand subscribers and over 4 million views. Do you understand me? Them motherfuckers are worse than anything this brother has proclaimed about our women or having a Chinese bitch at his side. You got to get your damn priorities together, black people. You just goddamn it do. And you got to get your own ass out of the way. I've said this a million times. You've got to start living your life from the vantage point of it's not about you. That it's about all of us. Why haven't you been on the internet bitching about the fact that there's this brother that's been on this bitch for nearly 4 years who's gone out of his way and his entire work is devoted only to his people? That's it. I gotta deal with white devils, I gotta deal with fucking YouTube, I gotta deal with all the shit all the time. And I don't have this shit to do. But alas, I do, because I'm an African and my priorities are in check. Do you understand me? You're content to turn your back unless it's affecting you directly, or you've personally been attacked, or you personally, and fuck that. Those days have got to be over. And to bitch-ass brothers out there, you don't get to say shit about this brother, because your ass has not put our women in the proper context. You're not trying to groom and make yourself the ultimate article so that any woman that gets you has got a total and complete package. You still talking that 50-50 in a relationship bullshit, and you just want to beat your chest to be made like you, so you can feel like a fucking king when you are not. I told you the throne room is a population of 1, the Jedi. That's it. Population 1. I don't see any other kings. I don't know any of them. Because this is how kings conduct themselves. Exactly what I have done over the nearly 4 years that I've been on this bitch. That's what kings do. Black women could change the game overnight. But they don't, and they won't. They haven't. You accept bad behavior from brothers all damn day, every day, year fucking round, generation after generation. You're accepting this. But you don't get to slander this brother in death. That's what infuriated me. I desperately wanted to be on camera for this so that you could see my fury. But I look like some bullshit. We're always pissed off and passionate about the wrong fucking thing. White devils get on this damn internet to start shit. They're your ones that create viruses. They're the ones that are the trolls. They're the ones that start shit. They're the one. I just keep going down the list. They're the problem to all humanity. But your black asses use this damn internet for gossip and sensationalism. That makes me sick. From video 1 in 2014, I've been saying the same shit. And I've been the same dude from then till now. And I'm the only one that has been using this platform the way that all Africans should be using it. I'm not amongst the numbers seekers, the people that are here for money, the people that put 5 fucking pounds of makeup on their goddamn face in a bitch ass wig and sit up and just talk shit all goddamn day. That's it. And plagiarize from others. Take their shit and go back and try and make it their own. Numbers seekers. Not anybody's ever gonna get off their ass and do a damn thing. Ever. This makes me sick, do you understand? I'm a very, very talented man with extraordinary gifts. And chief among them is my ability to communicate. Do you understand? I could have been had probably 1 million fucking subscribers and, you know, several 100 million fucking views and all the bullshit if I wanted to come on here and be like the rest of goddamn humanity. Tiptoe, don't challenge my people, tiptoe around the white devil, deal with shit that doesn't mean anything to humanity, no passion, no grit, no fire, no, leave that off the table. And every 5 minutes I'm coming up with support me on PayPal, support me on Patreon, supporting the fuck you. But them motherfuckers you go and support when they're not doing a goddamn. My presence has been known for nearly 4 years. None of those people have reached out and said, Jedi, I'm totally with you. Like, what I need to do. You see? Because they're bitch ass. And they're here for nothing but fucking numbers and gossip and sensationalism. That's it. That's it. You can take any topic. Most of my shit I come out of my own soul with. But when I have to do cover shit that everybody knows about, even something like this, or any of the videos I've done on this, just to use this as an example, you're going to listen to anybody else. Just put in a search on this brother and his death and the shooting and all of it. And watch every fucking thing that you can. And then you come back and listen to my shit. Kings stand alone. Do you understand? Leaders stand alone. Intellectuals stand alone. The pure-hearted stand alone. The passionate stand alone. The dedicated stand alone. You understand me? Don't take my word for it. Go watch any fucking body else on just this topic of this brother being shot 20 times. Just close your eyes and click random. You will not hear what it is that comes out of my soul. Because the intention is different. You got all these motherfuckers come with bullshit all the damn time. just because, ooh, here's another one that can get me more views. Fuck that. And one of the only reasons I've even kept at this for as long as I have is because I just think, well, maybe you just haven't gotten enough exposure. Maybe you just haven't gotten the ear of the people that are like-minded, who don't have fucking, a vagina for a penis, and they just haven't heard you yet, Jedi. But fuck that. Before that other channel was shut down, if I can't do it after 4 million fucking people, it can't be done. It can't be done. It just can't be done. Even now, this. You see all these fucking tabs at the top of my damn computer? All but probably 2 of those are nothing but shit that I'm trying to put together and go through and bring for this piece on South Africa. For what? For what? For what? Why? Because I already told you, I'm not one of those damn number seekers and popularity fucking people. I'm not the Cynthia G's of the world. Do you understand me? That's not an intellectual person, everybody. And the fact that people think she is makes me weep. I've got troops right now that can testify to her plagiarism of just me alone. Who knows who else she's plagiarizing, and has plagiarized long before I even came to YouTube. That's a plagiaristic bitch. No original thought going on there. None. None. And if you want a receipt on that, I can give you one that I can give you. Is you'll recall way back when Chris Brown had some issue at his house where some people come to his house and the bitch was, I don't know how she got in, and it was a whole thing about that and whatever. And one of the troops brought it to me who had watched her video and said, Jedi, she is taking your shit. I knew this before that. Long before that. I have many receipts that I could share with you. But what? I'm not about sensationalism. I'm not about gossip. And I've tried to give her the respect simply because she is an African woman. And I'm not given to these petty back and forths that I see so much of from my people. Even the, these, I can't call any of their names, but y'all know them ones. They always got to battle and they got to argue, and one is trying to challenge, and I'm not here for none of that shit. I'm here for the reasons that I've stated, and I've been very consistent about that. But sure enough, because this one was one of the ones that the troops had brought, I went and watched it, and it was literally, because she's always reading from fucking notes. Those aren't notes she's made. Those are notes she's made about somebody else's shit. And in this case, it was mine. Period. So much, she even was in her car somehow. I don't know if she was at work or on her break or some bullshit. But there she was in her car literally reading my shit as if it's her own. And the coup de grace, because y'all know, my phrases are my own. My whole family is like that. So, one of the phrases you've heard from me is the historical white bitch. That's one of the phrases I always use. That's from me. That is mine. That's from the universe. That's from the Jedi. And she slipped up and used that at the end, or towards the end. But I didn't even need that. Everything else that she did in that fucking video was exactly my work. And she had the audacity to mention me in that, but not in the context of I just took all his shit and I'm repeating it. You see, this is not an intellectual person. Has no respect from me. Period. The fucking end. Because I don't like reciters and regurgitators. And alas, everybody doesn't have the same level of gifts. My gifts aren't hers and hers aren't mine. But I know how to stay in my lane. You see? But she takes her fake, phony, makeup-wearing ass and plagiarizes. And I'm not alone. I've seen other stuff where people have done full videos just dedicated to her bullshit. But I've stayed above the fray. I don't get down in that. I don't need to. Because what? I am the Jedi. I'm exactly who I say I am. And I'm not here to be impressive and to sound like the smartest person on the planet and all these things. I represent my gifts. And I'm fine with that. I know my abilities. I also know my limitations. I know what I know. But I also know what I don't know. And one of the marks of brilliance in any human being, or intellectual gravitas and maturity, is to always recognize when you don't know something. To be vulnerable and honest enough to admit your own shortcomings. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. So that's one receipt, but there are many. Many. She was obsessed with the video that I did about dark-skinned black men who wear glasses. That's research I've been doing since I was in fucking high school, when there was no fucking YouTube or anything else. And she's presented that shit as her own. And every once and again she would mention, well, like the Jedi says, and like the Jedi says. No, bitch. Everything you just said is what the Jedi says. You see? This isn't about slandering her or anybody else. It's about telling the goddamn truth. Because I told you, the only reason I exist on Earth is to tell the truth. And the only reason why I exist on this damn platform is out of the love of my people and my desperate passion and obsession with us moving forward and arriving at the place that we deserve to be. That's it. That's it. I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the room. I don't think I'm cute. I don't think I'm a model. And oh my God, and ha ha ha, I'm over it. You see? But the bar is so low that you see an ant come along and whisper and you proclaim it brilliance. I was astonished when I first started doing YouTube videos, and I don't know whenever I've discovered that there was this Tommy Sotomayor dude on here. And I couldn't believe that African people were still fucking subscribing to this dude and listening to anything he had to say. Excuse me. And even having anything to talk about him and shit like that. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But now I see why. Because my people flock to gossip and sensationalism like a moth to a flame. Wow. But my women want to be outraged because this brother don't want to have shit to do with him? As if he's the only fucking penis left on the goddamn earth? Huh? But that you would disrespect him in death. That's the thing, as I keep saying. That's the thing. I laid out in previous work so many times for my women. I've told you, especially our women claim they want a king. They claim they want to be treated like a queen. They claim and goddamn it, claim. But when I've talked so eloquently and at length about how beautiful Islam is for women, my God, to the point where I've said I would, if there's no such thing as reincarnation, but damn it if there was, I'm coming back to this bitch as a black woman just to show black women how the fuck they need to be doing shit. Period. But Islam is so beautiful for women. It's everything. You put out that type of information, you should have women coming to you saying, Jedi, for the love of God, could you please tell me more about this? What do I get? Crickets. Crickets. So what am I to think? Either you didn't hear it, or you don't give a fuck. And there's no middle ground. Either you want to be a queen, or you goddamn it don't. And as I've always said, when our women step down off their throne, or won't get up on the bitch to begin with, you deserve whatever comes your way down in the mosh pit. That's what you get. Because God has given you a special place. A special place. But you want to act like a fucking commoner. Not a queen. The most trifling of dudes, you make every excuse in the world for them. As long as you can get that penis. Don't matter. Don't matter. It's so striking to me. And let's take Islam off the table for a moment. How many brothers do I know and have known? And I'm sure there's brothers on the side of my voice right now that can testify to what I'm about to say. You can even go back to high school even. The bullshit ass niggas is what you go for. Bullshit. But the good brothers, y'all passed right past. Not interested. Not interested. He ain't thuggish enough for me, girl. Or whatever. So don't get me started on, because I've done those videos about why brothers go outside of our fucking culture. Not giving a bitch ass no excuse. Just offering you the pathology. But this dude is the worst dude on earth? For him to articulate that he's not into black women is no different than brothers who are with black women who show them every goddamn day they don't give a fuck about them. They're just using them. You lay right up and have the fucking baby, and his bitch ass couldn't take you to McDonald's before, and how you think suddenly what money's just gonna come out of the air, or some check from Oprah's coming in the mail because you had a fucking baby by this trifling piece of shit? But you go right along with that, no problem. No problem. Some of y'all right now are with motherfuckers that you don't need to be with. Right now, as I speak. So don't give me this high and mighty and all of it. It falls flat and it fails. I don't know if I will speak again. I don't know if I need to speak again. Because I'm not on earth to waste my time or yours. And as I've said to you before, you know, you want to see the fruit of your labor. You at least want to know you're making some progress. And this just slammed me back. Because it's not just the shit I've seen here on my channel. That provoked me, and I've seen other stuff, and I'm like, it's become a thing now. It's becoming a thing about what he had to say about black people and black women and all that shit when he was alive, and the fact that he didn't have a sister on his arm. And I just thought, wow, you know. But it hits home because anybody that's exposed to me, there's certain things that simply can't be acceptable. Just can't be. Somebody that's not been exposed to me, fine. That means we got work to do. But you've been listening to me. There's no way you should be uttering anything about this brother in post-mortem, or whatever you call it, after he's dead. It's like my youngest sister. I'm her brother, me. And I couldn't get her ass to give up her fucking Netflix. You want to tell me about the bitch down the street, some bitch across the world or something, but my own? How are you related to me and you would act like the rest of savagery? How can that be? So it just causes me great pause. Why am I not scratching the surface? Why am I not breaking the surface? I still got people that can't put up a damn thumbnail picture. I'm never going to understand that until the day I take my last breath. Never going to understand that. And to that point, Robert Epps, I've already blocked you. Stop trying to promote the fucking Nation of Islam on my channel. I've given you more than enough patience. And you're going to come to my channel and type full dossiers of shit, but you can't put up a fucking picture, and you're promoting some shit that I've spoke at length and eloquently about. You need to take your bitch ass and do work to understand what I already know and what I've already tried to communicate to you. Don't bring that shit to my fucking front door. Don't. I'm over it. Just like everybody knows, don't ever type a fucking Christian verse on my damn channel. That means you're not listening. And I'm not going to allow you to wallow in ignorance in my presence. It's not going to happen. Because again, I'm not here for viewership and numbers and popularity and all the bullshit. Everything that I put out, I mean it. And I expect for the shit to penetrate and affect your soul and your actions. That if you have any quarrel with anything that I proclaim, then you don't fucking type shit to me. You go and you study first. Go learn what I already know. Then you want to have a conversation. Come back, say, Jedi, I want to talk about this. I'm happy to get with you. Eager. But we're not perpetrating ignorance and the normal bullshit on this fucking channel. We're not doing it. Since video 1, I've said I'm here for the education, upliftment, and liberation of our people. To inspire my people to action. And to change the culture of how we even operate on social media. How we see it, what we do with it. I'm not an entertainment piece. If our character can't change, we're not making change as a people, and that's because the character is fucked up. If you can't change that and change your thinking, you're going to remain the same people you've always been. And that leads to exactly the type of results we've always been getting. Character is why this brother was out doing whatever he was doing that night. Character. It lies with the character. Because your hearts are calcified, your souls are calcified, your minds are calcified. You can't make the deduction on your own that has nothing to do with what we're dealing with as it relates to this brother here. We're talking about the behavior of these damn police and the murder of our people. We're not here to adjudicate what he did since he was 3. And he's not alone. Most of our people are fucked up. And that's the only reason why I'm even on fucking here preaching. If our people were where they needed to be, there'd be no need for my voice. And if there was, it would just be about discussing what we're doing next. Not trying to get motherfuckers to understand their oppression and to understand that they are fucked up. That they, the individual, need to make change. We're still dealing with that. We're still in fucking ABCs and shit. We've not gotten to university. And quite frankly, the way that things are going, it doesn't look like we're ever going to get there. Because you can't recognize what's important. And to discipline yourself to be intellectual enough to push away the things that don't matter and focus on the shit that does. I can't. Do you understand me? I can't. Meanwhile, we just find out that the assholes that murdered Alton Sterling aren't going to be charged. They let time go by, get you distracted with something else, and then hand you more injustice. Is our fight against fucking police brutality over because this motherfucker said some bad things about black women and because he didn't have a sister at his side? And it's bigger than him, as is in any killing of our people. What do you expect me to say when you type me that bullshit? Am I supposed to throw away the fucking 2+ hours that I did on this? And then another follow-up video? It's not about him. It's about the behavior of the goddamn police. He is the current actor in all of this. The problem with our people is you're reactive, you're impulsive, you're not thinkers, you're not contemplators, you're not intellectuals. You can't make any sacrifice. You can't make any sacrifice at all. So you don't get to sit in judgment of anything. And this video was not about his character. This incident is not about his character, which is what the white devil does after they've murdered one of us. And how dare you come and do the same damn thing? We don't care what he did. We don't care. What we care about is that he was shot 20 fucking times. That's what we care about. Not shit else.
We are in a race between education and catastrophe.
The knowledge.